Oh, I love this bike. There's something fantastic about this bike. 1301 cc's of loveliness. This would be my perfect garage. This, you know, this bike in the garage next to my GS is the perfect garage. I don't know, there's something about the brutishness of this engine and the way it delivers its power. You know, this around town is fine, it's comfortable. You throw your leg over this bike, it just feels comfortable. All the angles are perfect for me at 5'8". You know, my 30-inch leg, I am on tiptoes, but that doesn't bother me. You know, it's light, it's narrow between your legs, but the seat's soft. You know, I feel like I can do a lot of miles on this bike. You know, the Aprilia, I'm going to compare everything to the Tuono, I'm afraid, because the Tuono is the only other bike that I'd have over this bike. You know, I'm sure the MT10 is a nice bike, but it's not for me. Gearbox, this one's got the quick shifter up and down, which is an extra. Which is the only thing, if I'm honest, upsets me about KTM. It really does. You know, this bike, was it 14,799, so £14,700 brand new in the UK, right? And then you got to do the in-app purchases. You got to do the bolt-ons, which is what I don't agree with. You know, everything's on the bike. Everything is on the bike. You know, just to plug in a computer to turn something on for hundreds of pounds. You know, 350 quid for the quick shifter. It's too much money, isn't it? Too much money just to plug in a computer. £405 for the sports pack, and then another 300 quid on top of that for the track pack, for the anti-wheelie and the quick start, you know, what the bloody hell they call it. It's all too much money, isn't it? You know, that's scandalous. I think this at 14,800 is enough money, if I'm honest. You know, this is me being judgmental as somebody who's thinking of buying one of these things. Brakes are amazing. One finger is definitely all you need. So there's the brake efficiency for you. Just drives out of corners. Let's go up here, I need to do stuff. Okay. Neutral's quite tricky to find. You've got sort of, the bike naturally goes from first to second, you know, even though you're trying to find neutral. So you go first to second and then you tap down to find neutral. Well, that's what it's done so far to me. But my God, it just, look at it. It's just purposeful, isn't it? I think the Aprilia is a better looking bike. Personally, again, right, guys, remember, this is my personal opinion. You know, I don't do bike reviews, I do personal reviews. Very, very different things. It's just an engine with wheels. Let's turn it off while we faff. Okay, Akrapovic Pipe, 800 quid. You've got to be careful with these pipes these days because they're coming from Akrapovic and you can't take the baffles out. Check that out before you do it. You know, I mean, there's all sorts of pipes for these things. You know, SC Projects, what was it, Austin Racing. There's all sorts of things for these KTMs, and they sound amazing when they got a pipe on. So before I came out, I took the bike home for the missus to sit on the back of, and she didn't mind it, to be honest. So, you know, that's another thing I've got to think about, you know, because that Aprilia back end, you know, she doesn't care. She don't really care, to be honest. She'll sit on the back of anything. But I've got plans for next year on these bikes, so I've got to think about her comfort. So, that's the thing I've got to think about. It's quite a big area compared to the Aprilia. The Tuono seat was only about the size of my hand. So that's a bigger area. Yeah, she didn't mind it at all. Okay. Right, the faffing is done. The Tuono is definitely a more sporty bike. This is still massively fast and powerful. Oh my god, look at all that glass on the floor. Let's get the bike out of that. Anyway, that's enough flanneling. I don't know what else I can talk to you about it. There's so many reviews on YouTube for these things. This is just me revisiting it. The brakes are amazing. I'd like a little stumpy exhaust on this, so the single-sider shows. They can get graphics kits, sticker kits. Get rid of that massive bit of plastic. Put a nice little tail tidy on it. Right, let's get going. Roads look really busy with traffic. Right, we need to get in front of this tractor, don't we? He's turning right, so let's get ahead of that. Right. Let's get it singing. It's brutal. Is that rain? It's bloody raining. Bloody raining. Right, here we go again then. So I'm going to compare it to the Tuono. And the Tuono handles better. Okay. Definitely handles better. Out the shop. I haven't messed about with the suspension. I haven't done anything, but that you can, with that Tuono, you can just push of a button. The Tuono sorts all its shit out by itself. Whereas this, you can feel it's sort of bucking and weaving a little bit of wallow, little bit shake at the front end. Whereas that Tuono is planted, pin accurate. It's difficult to call, isn't it? Because everybody's different. This is definitely more comfortable as a road bike. The Tuono's not uncomfortable, but you can feel this is just more sort of sit up. The seat's more comfortable. God, it's tough. It's tough. I like them both. God, if I could have both, that'd be perfect. But I feel as though I can go along at legal road speeds easier on this, whereas the Tuono, I couldn't. That bike just wanted me on the limit all the time. I can't tell if that's here to stay or not. Oh God, we really are a nation of 35 mile an hour on a 60 mile an hour road. It's the only downside of being a motorcyclist, isn't it? It's the frustration of cars. Car drivers see us as idiots, don't they? But we're just poodling along really when we're going past them. Look at these idiots going by. Look at them. It's because we can go by. Yeah, I'd have to have a dial around with this suspension. The forks are just not feeling right. I feel like the damping's a little bit out. So all the reviews are true. They're actually very different bikes. The KTM 1290 SuperDuke R and the Aprilia Tuono. Very, very different bikes. The Aprilia Tuono, that bike just wants you to ride it absolutely flat out all the time. Well, this bike is just a little bit more, even though it's called the Beast, it's actually quite civilised. That V4 motor just wants you to rev it, whereas this one just wants you to use the grunt. So again, I don't know, it's what do you want out of a bike? I think it just comes down to really which one you like the look of. I know I've got some subscribers with SuperDuke Rs. I've got a subscriber who's got a a Super Adventure S, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it, and I get it. I've ridden a few Super Adventure S's now, and they are great bikes. It's blooming comfortable. Blooming comfortable. It's a bit surgy in traffic. I can't decide whether I want to be in first or second. It's a bit but that's the nature of the V-twin lump. I've got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. Come on, pheasant, seriously. Have any of you hit a bird? I had a blackbird hit me about 110 mile an hour once, almost ripped me off the bike. Hit me in the shoulder on the right arm, pulled my arm off the throttle. God! Oh, look at that rain cloud. Look at that rain cloud. Obviously, until I rode the Tuono, this was my number one. You know, it is still a fantastic bike. Realistic speeds, this bike is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's just that extra 10% where the Tuono is that a bit better. I don't know. I honestly don't know. You know, it's each to their own, isn't it? You know, this is a great bike. It is fantastic. It's just the Tuono's 10-15% better or more what I'm looking for. But you need to go and ride them both. If you're umming and ahhing around either bike, try them both. So I don't know, what do you all think? If you had the money for one of them, which would you do? The Aprilia Tuono or the KTM SuperDuke R?